Hey guys, have you ever been curious about meditation and what it could do for your stress levels and health levels and things like that? Join me in about 5 minutes and I'm going to be talking about that. See you then. Grab your popcorn and snacks, find a comfy spot, take a seat or lie down, and let me transport you to a place of fantasy, ghost stories, ancient legends, odd creatures, alien encounters, and other magical topics. You may even decide to join the conversation. From faraway lands to your own backyard, with a small dash of pixie dust. Turn out the lights and open your minds. The journey is about to begin. Hey gang, welcome. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I did. I can honestly say I did. Wow. New lease on life. But let's go back to what it was. Anyway, my name is Charlotte. I'm going to be your host for the next hour. I'm also the owner of the California Haunts Paranormal Investigation Team based out of Sacramento. You know the spiel. We're 45 strong in Patilda State. That means that we can get to you no matter where you're at. The problem is California is this huge state, and you might have to wait a couple days, okay? I mean, it's all... When people think of California, they think of us like Hawaii, you know, with nice sandy beaches and laying out in the sun and surfing and yada, yada, yada. But there are those areas up and down the state, north to south. But the rest of the state is full of mountains, it's full of deserts, it's full of farm country, and a lot of rural areas. So, like I said, it may take two to 3 days to get to you, but we will get to you. Okay, we have people everywhere in the state. In the meantime, I have mediums on staff that can do remote reads, so they can call you and talk with you ahead of time. And in most cases, if there is something paranormal going on, because we know when we go out as a team, we don't say, "Hey, you got a ghost." That's it. We go out and we try to look at the logical side of everything before we even start looking for ghosts. Okay. Excuse me. But like I said, in the majority of the cases, if there is something going on in the house and the medium suspects it, then she'll calm things down for those 2 or 3 days until we get there. So that's something, okay? So we will, don't lose faith in the fact that we won't get out to help you, because we will. That's what we do. Now, to find us is kind of difficult. My main website for California Haunts is doing maintenance, just like the radio side is. I'm working 2 different jobs, essentially. 3, actually, if my real job. But, you can find us on Facebook under California Haunts, on California Haunts Radio. You can find us under my name, okay? You can find me on Instagram under Ghosty Gal. You can find us on Twitter under California Haunts. You can find us on TikTok under California Haunts. You can find us on Twitch under Cal Haunts. So, we are findable. And I will answer emails and stuff. I will. Not right away either. Anyway, tonight I want to do something different. Like I told you guys on Friday, this week has been a bummer for booking guests, because a lot of the guests we have are college professors and people like that. And so, school's just getting started up again. So it's hard to book people. So I decided to hold off with regular guests till next week. And I've already booked 2 over there next week. But this is a chance for me to do some things that I've been wanting to do and try out. Like tomorrow's show. And I'm going to go ahead and preview right now tomorrow's show. Karen Clark and I are launching a show on YouTube, and that we're probably going to launch over on TikTok. And Karen Clark will be doing cold reads of maybe current events, or maybe haunted places she hasn't been to. And what that means is I'm sitting on the other end with the research from those places. Like tomorrow's place, I've never been to that place. So it's a new one on me. I've tried to get in there, but I can't get in. So I know Karen hasn't been there. So tomorrow we're going to be, I'm not going to say whether it's a house or whatever, because that would give it away, and we want her to go in cold. And she won't have any information on the building except the photo that I give her of the front of the building tomorrow. That's all she's going to know, all she's going to see. And she's going to do what I call a cold reading tomorrow. And so as she's reading out, as she's telling me what she's picking up, I'm going to be going through the research. And so I will say yay or nay with her. Okay? So I will back her up with whatever she says, if it's correct. So tomorrow should be an interesting show. Currently, over at Meetup, I don't want to say teaching. I just taught a psychic development class 1 over there. And what we do with that is, when people, and I know you guys have probably heard Nancy and I talk about this before, when people think they might have psychic abilities, sometimes they open that psychic door and it's hard to close it, or they open it too wide. And I've seen this so many times with people. I've seen people run screaming out upon locations because they don't know how to control that. They don't know how to close that door. So I teach my students how to close that door. And the way I teach them to do it is through meditation. Okay, I'm going to take you on one or two of those meditations that I teach regularly. And then at the very end tonight, we're going to do a heart chakra meditation for your health. Okay, to make your heart and size feel better. So we're going to do that later on tonight. And after this class, it's funny because as soon as I get done and upload this thing to the RSS, I have my students waiting for me. So I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to be doing meditation tonight with someone. I am offering, and I can't say this is a totally innocent thing to come up with. I'm going to be very honest about it. I am offering over at the California Haunts Paranormal Investigation Team meetup site. I'm offering a meditation club. You pay a monthly fee. It's a cheap fee. It's nothing like it's going to break your bank. You pay a monthly fee, and you're going to I'm going to do guided meditations 3 to 4 days a week with you. And we're going to do them short to start, 5 minutes, expand to 10 minutes, 15, 20, until you can eventually meditate for 30 minutes. But you're guaranteed 3 to 4 days a week. And we might, and depending on how many people sign up, I might even go 7 days a week with it. So if it's something after you hear all this, if it's something you're interested in, I encourage you to go over to the California Haunts Meetups page and sign up. Because meditation is a good thing. And I know in this world, I am a person who is running and fast forward constantly. I've got my sister always laughs at me because my house, I might be building my Christmas village up over on the dining room table, and at the same time, I've got something else going on in the living room that I'm doing. I might be doing a gingerbread, like for Christmas, for example. I might be doing a gingerbread house, or working on my lights to get them out front. I'm multitasking. I'll have 4 or 5 things going at once. My whole house is one big art room for projects, especially when I was doing my outside. I'm telling you, and I'm like that. I was a newspaper reporter. In fact, I was a crime courts reporter, so I was always on the run, constantly. But I'm wired like that. When I was growing up, my dad used to chase ambulances and stuff. I mean, he'd get me up out of bed at 10 at night if something was screaming down the street. So my mind is wired like that. So that when you say, you talk about meditation, and you say, my mind's too busy, I can't do it. You can. It just takes you longer to be able to put your mind into that frame to be able to do it, because it took me a good month and a half of meditating to get my mind to where I could actually do it. And I do it quite well. In fact, I've had people comment that it looks like I'm asleep when I'm doing it, because I get so deeply in. And I started meditating because of my health issues, because of my congestive heart failure. When I was diagnosed with heart failure, they have what they call the ejection fraction. And that's what's pumping the blood to your heart. Now, if anybody out there, Kathy Clark or Karen or somebody, if I'm wrong, correct me. If there's any nurses out there listening. By doing meditation, and I started because I have a good friend from high school who has a magical thing going on with her. And she was doing a lot of free stuff at that point. And I would watch her, and I would focus on my heart. It was almost like meditation. I put the word out there in the universe that I wanted to improve my heart, and then I was watching her do her magic. Okay? In the meantime, I started meditating every night. Okay? It doesn't matter what time you do it. You want to be consistent about it. Maybe you want to go every day at 7:30, whatever. But I started meditating every night. And within about 4 months, my EF fraction in my heart went from 34 to 53, which is within normal ranges for an adult heart. I brought it up because I was able to focus on my heart and then focus on the stress in my life and calm all that down. It will work for stuff. There's practically a meditation for everything. I mean, there's for stress, for financial issues, for your body. I mean, there's a meditation where there's a blue light that you can start on your foot and mentally move the light up over your body for healing. It's a belief thing, right? Whether you believe in that stuff or not. This up here has a lot of power. to help you. Like they say, mind over matter. It has a lot of power to help you with that belief structure. And I can attest to it because it made it, my heart got better while I was doing it. Now, I haven't done it for a while, and I just talked on Facebook, or wrote up on Facebook about the health problems I'm having. I'm going back into it. That's why I wanted to do this meditation club. Because that would force me, excuse me, allergies, that would force me to get back into it. Because otherwise, I'm like any of you. Unless I have a regime to follow, I'm just going to be like, I'll do it later. I'd rather do this. Like me with my TikToks, right? Because I'm due to release some TikToks the next couple days. I'll just do the meditation after I do my TikToks. And then those days turn into weeks, and those weeks turn into months, and it never gets done. So I decided it would be fun for people and relaxing and educational and to help people a little bit to do these meditations every 3 to 4 days. All guided. Tonight, as we talk about this, I'm going to do a couple meditations with you that I used during my psychic development class. And I wanted to get something visual for you guys because if you're able to meditate, or you're able to get to that point to where you're meditating, I wanted you guys to be able to see something. So I figured the only, way to do that was to teach you a couple of the psychic development meditations. And then if you see something great, maybe that will help you, lead you to doing other meditation work. Because it's nothing to meditate, just to settle down and meditate. Have you ever gone camping and just sat by the river? If you camped in a river and just sat there, nobody around you, and watched the water and duckies or whatever go by, the fish? Or have you ever gone camping, you're sitting out in the woods, just by yourself, just listening? How about the ocean? Everybody's got a beach. You sit on the beach and you look at the water, watch the sunset. And after a while, as you're doing it, you tune out everything around you. That's how meditation starts. That's what meditation is. You're able to do that. You're able to zone in. And that's what meditation is. It relaxes you. It relaxes your body. It relaxes your mind. I'm not a doctor, okay? Never claimed to be a doctor. Ever, ever, ever. But I'm just talking from my experience and doing these meditation things. It helps me. It clears my mind. It really does. In fact, I didn't get a chance to get my backyard going this year. It got too hot back there. So I said I have stuff to finish up back there. So next year, I'm going to start earlier. Get my stuff up in my yard. My gazebo got crushed by a big tree branch, and there's no way in hell you're going back there because there's no trees for shade at all. It's miserable back there. It's like walking through the gates of hell. So I did not do that this year. So I missed out on that because I would go out every night in my little Aloha veranda out there. I would go out every night and I would meditate. It was a beautiful location to meditate. And it will be again. So, for everybody that, works hard, I know you will work hard, like I said, your mind's running a mile a minute. Mine still does. I'm sitting here already thinking about my meditation thing I'm going to do after the show. And then Nancy and I have a project we're working on that we're going to bring the results out on Thursday for this show. So I've got like 2 things ahead after this tonight. So my mind's already there thinking about that. So what I'm glad about is I get to teach you to meditate. And I get to just talk about it tonight and put you through and guide you. So I don't have to do any of that till after the show. By then I'll be tired and ready to do it. Doctors and scientists, and I've been doing a lot of research online on this. There are scientists that actually believe in the benefits of meditation. There's doctors. If you Google it, you'll see that there's studies that stress meditation. Excuse me, 1 second. It's cutting in my neck. That stress meditating does help. It does take your stress off. And again, you don't have to do it for a long time. You don't have to be the Swami and sit there for 5 hours. Luke Skywalker, right? Let's talk about Luke Skywalker. You don't have to be Luke Skywalker or this guy and sit there for 5 hours and meditate. You could do 5 minutes a day and meditate. You could do it while you're standing in line at the supermarket. You can meditate. Trust me, when I was in high school in a marching band, I could fall asleep standing up and nobody would know. So, you can do that. You can do that when you're saying to preach it, baby. Yeah, I know. I can see Jerry going, preach it, baby. Jerry's in my chat room. But you can do it anywhere. You can sit in your car before you walk into your office and meditate, so that you can have a good outlook for the day. Or even after work, you're in your car, the AC's on. Well, now it's going to be cooler, unless you live in Australia. Now it's going to be cooler, so you can sit literally. I'm going to take this out because we'll start meditating, and the intro will come on. You watch. That's how life's going to go. That's how my look runs. There we go. Even out in your car. Let's say you have a hectic house. There's really no place you can be alone. Go to your car. The neighbors will think you're kind of weird, but go out to your car. I have 3 cats. I have a big male Tom, and I have 2 female cats. My Tom cat is very vocal. So when I used to start to meditate, or when it was raining, I would meditate in my house. Everything would get quiet, because it was cooler out there. Everything would get quiet, and right in the middle of my meditation, you'd hear this horrible, horrible scream. Because he screams. And I've gotten to where I tune him out. I don't hear him. Just like if I sleep out there, he can scream all he wants. I'm not going to hear him. Or the 2 girls. But that's what it does. You learn. I'm not going to say it's a discipline, but you teach your senses. And there I go to where Mario goes. See that? I'm going to have that kind of night. You teach your senses how to shut things out. How to tune it all out. So like I said, I am not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I'm nothing like that. I am just someone who does this and who has had results from it. That's all I am. Just like when I do my shows on the opioid crisis. I'm just a patient, like the rest of you. But I have things in common with you in that my mind goes a mile a minute. Constantly goes a mile a minute. Even when I'm sleeping, it goes a mile a minute. I remember, like most of you, laying in bed, especially when I was out working 8 hours a day as a reporter and seeing all the horrible things I would see with decapitated bodies and things like that. Coming home from work and just laying on the bed in the dark, trying to get my mind to slow down and not see all that stuff. I remember those days. I remember not being able to sleep because my mind was just with stuff. So when I discovered, that I was sick, then I wanted to slow things down a bit. And I'm going to say this honestly. I had some negative people in my life, and I knew part of that, there was stress coming from before, and I'm not going to talk about that, but there were a lot of people that, no matter what I did, it wasn't good enough. Friends or whatever. So I cleansed. I got rid of everybody. I got rid of all the negativity. Boom. Started over. And it's not that I want somebody kissing my derriere telling me what a wonderful person I am. I don't want that either. But I want friends that are going to be true with me. I don't. If they have to be negative, it's for a real reason and not something that they just got to. Well, let's say bug up their butt. Okay, we're going to say it that way. We'll just be honest about that. I'm a very honest person when it comes to that. That's why I tell everybody my show on TikTok is PG-13, PG-13 bordering on R. So is this show. PG-13 bordering on R. It's where the adults get to come and play, and even some kids. If I know there's kids in here, I will not do that, But the adults, pfft. And look like I'm not a kid, right? I got to sit back there. I have talking ones in the other room. But you can, it takes practice. It's like anything else. To slow your mind down to meditate takes a lot of practice. So hopefully I can set a fire in you today to do meditation, because it does help, and you'll notice it. You'll notice it helping. I have a good friend that really, really teaches meditation. She's really good at it. Leanne, who I haven't worked with in a while because I've been going through my own stuff, my own personal issues, and health and otherwise, health and personal. But I'd like to start meditating. She was a fantastic teacher. And if she's watching this or hears this, there you have it. But yeah, it's the internet's really bad. I think there's a lot going on in the news, Jerry. So there's going to be a lot of freezing. That's been going on with me when I go to TikTok too. TikTok's really bad with that right now. I'll try to talk slower so that if it does freeze, we can just, okay. So tonight, as we talk about meditation, like I said, the first two things I'm going to do with you are stuff that I do in my Psychic Development 1 class. With that class, when I teach it, I not only have these meditation exercises, but I have other exercises like ESP exercises and stuff in that to strengthen people's mind, to strengthen your abilities. And it's funny because the majority of the students that are in that class, I'll sort them out with a deck of cards. Either Zener cards, because Zener cards are the ones that they use for psychics that have the wavy lines and the X and all that. But this last time I did it, I didn't have the Zener cards ready. I had Uno cards, which were cool. These are very Uno cards. They look like that. And the reason that is because they have the colors. They're either black or they're red. So not only was I teaching the Uno cards, I was projecting color. And it's interesting to watch because in the beginning of the class, students, unless somebody is really has been practicing and has ability, generally they'll hit a lower number when the class first starts. As far I'll be a sender because I do have abilities. So I'll be a sender, right, Johnny Carson? But no, right? I used to do a Swami bit. I'll just look at the card, and I'll send the color out mentally. And it might be 20 cards I do. So then the student has to write down what color she thinks the card is. Now you're thinking, well, there's a 50% chance because they're black and they're red. That's true. But with 20 cards, 25 cards, it's kind of hard to have that 50 percentile come through. Okay? I've been doing this for a long time, teaching this class. So after we do that, we do the first 20 cards, and then they read off how many they matched, because I'll read off the colors they are and what they are. Sometimes you'll get a student that'll match maybe 10 out of the 20 or 11 out of the 20. Some only match 4 out of 20, some only match 3 out of 20, etc., etc. But what happens is I start teaching them how to mellow out, how to calm themselves down, start meditating, open up a little bit more. Then I'll do it again midway through the class. Guess what? The students get more colors. They match more colors. At the end of the class, the majority will have more than 11 to 13 cards correct. Because they've opened up. And that's something we do in the class. I also have Zener cards that I do, and I also have scratch and sniff that I do. To where I'll sniff an orange and then see what they can pick it up. But that's how I teach. I have dice as well to work with. And there's exercises during the class. In the meantime, to get your mind, what's she saying? Yes. In the meantime, to get your mind in the right spot, in between all this, I do these meditations. I take them through meditations to teach them how to meditate. And it helps. And you're going to be surprised. I was trying to decide which ones I was going to do today for this class. And I wanted you, if it works out for you during the class, I wanted you to see something visual. So that's why, because normally I wouldn't use, these aren't my meditations, these were written by somebody else, okay, I'm going to tell you. I've never written my own meditations, so these are written by somebody else. I can't remember who, but if you're listening to this show or you're on YouTube or whatever, and you happen to hear it, just know that I'm giving you credit, even though I don't remember who the heck wrote them, okay? But they are written by somebody else. But they will take you through. The thing that I can teach you right off the bat, that's mine and well known within the paranormal community, psychics, is how to ground yourself, because that's something you have to do, is to have that protection around you. Let me get some water here so I can do this, and I'll show you there is a simple way to do it. Some people, and I've done it myself, they talk about grounding yourself and, imagining that your feet are connected to the ground, and then out of your feet, let's say you're outside. We're going to talk about being outside. Something you have to envision. You're outside the woods. Your feet are your feet are on the ground, rooted to the ground. Okay? Now, there's all kinds of trees out there, so the roots from the trees are underneath you. So now your feet are rooted to those tree roots. That's grounding. Okay? And what grounding does is it helps protect you, and it helps protect you mentally. Now, another easy way to do this, especially if you're at home, and is I want you, let's see if you can see this, spread your arms out like this. Let's just spread your hands out. I'm going to assume you're doing it. And then I want you to bring your hands slowly together. Let me get something you can see it. Okay. Until you feel a pressure right there. Okay? That, and you're going to imagine it. Imagine this out here, and as you come closer, a white light starts to form. The minute you feel that resistance, there's a white light right there. And you bring your hands close, right about there. And you can shape it whatever you want. Okay? Now, that is your white light. That's your protective light. We do this ghost hunting. This is also something we use to protect this ghost hunting. Okay? You can make this any shape, any size you want. You could fill your whole room up with it. So, fill it up. And what you want to do is put it over your body and put it over your legs and everything. And like I said, you can do that every night when you go to bed so that negativity doesn't come to get you. Negative things don't bother you. Again, this is a psychic show, so I don't want to get any bans or anything for what I'm saying. This is just a quick psychic development class, right? A quickie. But you can use this energy, and you can spread it as big as your house, your street block, or whatever you want to do with it. But if you believe in this light, it's all about belief, right? It's all about what you believe in. If you believe that this light right here is a protection light, and it's white, then you can spread it all up and down your body, and nothing can penetrate it. Nothing bad. Or, like the meditation stuff we're about to do, a shield. They talk about a Teflon shield. Same thing. But that's how you ground. That's how you prevent things that are negative from coming in. Getting back into what I'm going to teach you guys today. The psychic door. Opening and closing the psychic door. Is there a door? Sylvia Brown. Sylvia Brown used to say that we're attached to the other side by a tether from our belly button. It's like, and the other side's like 4 or 5 feet away. Now, I watched one time a ghost in Shingle Springs, walk across somebody's yard, and it looked like she took a step up and disappeared into a doorway. Is that what Sylvia Brown was talking about? I don't know. But from my understanding is what she wrote, because that's who I studied when I started to have ability. It looked like I had abilities. That there is a cord that goes between us and the other side. It's like 3 or 4 feet. You can actually reach out, and your hands are on the other side. Don't know. I don't feel any different. Nancy Matz will tell you, when she's doing tours about spirit kind, that if you put your hands out like this and you walk around, you're going to feel these cold spots and stuff from the other side. So maybe it is. So I've been with Nancy for a long time too. So that's what I think is when they talk about the psychic door, that's the psychic door. To go through that door, and you do that. When you use an Ouija board and you use scrying or any of that stuff, you're opening that door. But the problem is, a lot of the time, once you open that door, it's either hard to close it or you don't. Whoop, there I go. Where all the Marios went. It's Mario. No. Okay. That blew the mood, didn't it? You either aren't able to close the door, or you don't close it fast enough. And that's when there's problems, because no matter what you do with it, not only are good things going to come through that door, negative will too. And that's where we get calls as ghost hunters to go out, or Karen Clark, or Nancy gets a call, or Trisha gets a call. All the psychics on our team get calls to go out because you've opened the door and there's stuff coming through that you don't want. I was on an investigation a few years ago where a new budding psychic was there. And I kind of thought she was careless in the way she was doing things. And sure enough, there's a video, there's pictures of an orb. And I've never seen this happen before. There's pictures of an orb that's hitting the base of her back. It's literally hitting her. And she went screaming out of the building and never went back in. So she opened the door. So what I essentially teach with my second development class is I'm going to teach you how to leave your body and go to your spirit library and come back and shut. And by doing that, if you do all the steps that's in these guided meditations, you'll be able to shut that door. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Okay. Now, as you meditate, let me read some comments here. I'm blind. Okay. As you meditate tonight, as I walk you through the meditation, these are 5-minute meditations. That's why I decided yip till 7 for a half hour. I'm going to do 2 5-minute meditations that I use during my second development classes. And then we're going to do a heart chakra meditation to end the night. Okay? Now, don't feel bad if you're distracted during these things. Because the first few meditations you do, a lot of people will be distracted because they got other things going on. I mean, who knows? A dog is barking down the hall, kids screaming, whatever. And, kids doing kids things, right? Husband doing husband things. Husband laughing at you and pointing, that kind of thing. Kids laughing at you and pointing, right? So don't feel bad if you can't do it at first. It takes practice. It takes practice to be able to calm yourself down. It's kind of like, you know what it reminds me of, and this is something that one of my instructors for meditation laughed about, was that I used to take Flexeril when I was first having back problems. And I'm telling you, that's a muscle relaxer. It is the most incredible feeling because you take this pill, you're laying there for 35 minutes, 40 minutes, it kicks in, and you can feel your toes relax. You can feel everything goes limp. All the muscles start to go limp, and it moves up your body. And it's just like, ugh. You're like the Scarecrow in the Wizard of Oz, right? Okay, that's what it feels like. And meditation is like that. Meditation teaches you to do that. Only you do it yourself. So I'm going to walk you through 2 guided meditations, and I will stop during the meditations to give you time to try and see what I'm just trying. I was debating which one to do. I didn't want to do your spirit guides because I didn't want to scare you guys. I don't know if that's too advanced at this point. So I'm going to send you to your spirit library, and I'm going to send you to get your spirit object. Okay? Both are guided meditations. Again, I don't own these. They're from somebody else. I can't remember who the hell wrote them. I've been using them for years. I'm senile. Hey, it is what it is. 18 years of this stuff. It is what it is. So I'm going to take you through the guided meditation. So after each one, I will help you leave your body and I will help you leave your body and go to that library. And then at the end of each meditation, I will bring you back into your body. I hope. Okay? But you have to listen to me. You have to listen to everything I'm saying and focus on my voice. And I know it can be grating sometimes, especially with the AC on back here. Perfect world, it would be nice and quiet in here, but it ain't going to happen at 95 degrees. Nope. Okay, so I want you to get into a comfortable position. You don't have to cross your legs like a swami. I know if I did that, they'd have to get me off the floor with a crane because then my legs get stiff enough I couldn't get up. So put yourself in a comfortable chair, whether it's an ergonomic, comfy chair, or maybe you're one of these people who like to sit on the floor. Nothing wrong with that. You don't even have to cross your legs. Just sit normally on your couch. So you're comfortable. It's all about comfort doing this stuff. Now, to burn a candle, you could if you want. You could burn a candle. You could put soothing music on the background. I thought about that today, but with the AC on, it's not going to happen. But you can put soothing music on. You can do whatever. I just want you to be in a nice, quiet place where it's comfortable, where you're comfortable. Okay? All right. So let me pull up. Hang on a second. I'm going to be reading this off because let's see which one we're going to do. Hang on. Let me grab on. There we go. Okay. And remember, I'm blind, So I'll probably have to put my reading glasses on. Okay, let me go back on the StreamYard. Pinpoint organization. I have these old funky reading glasses that I use, so I'm going to be using those. Because you're going under and I'm not. So, I can just read things off. Like I said, these are not my meditations. I borrowed them online from somebody. And this person that wrote them said, okay, you can use them as long as you don't use them for profit, blah, blah, blah. So, as long as you don't use it commercial, I don't know. As long as you don't use them for bad things. So, whoever you are, thank you. I appreciate it. I've acknowledged you a couple of times. Why is this moving? Oh, because it's unscrewed. I've had these collapse on me. Like I said, put yourself in a comfortable spot. Your living room, your bedroom, whatever. Maybe you're outside watching the sprinklers, go round and round, or maybe you're watching your animals play or something. But just put yourself into a spot that you're comfy in. Okay. So let me go ahead and we're going to do our first guided meditation. And like I said, oh, that hurts. Okay. You don't have to cross your legs or anything. Okay. All right. Don't get old, people. You end up using funky reading glasses. Okay. So I'm going to guide you through, and if you want to, close your eyes. Like I said, get comfortable, close your eyes, and just kind of, forget about the day. I know it's hard for some of you. It's going to be really hard, but yeah. Here we go. In this meditation, we're going to visit your spirit library. Let us sit comfortably with our feet firmly on the ground and breathe deeply in and out. With each breath in, we are bringing a source energy in through our crown chakra. And each breath out, we're releasing any negative emotion, any worries, any fears. And any fears are being released on your outward breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Our feet are firmly connected to the ground, and we can imagine roots going down in the soil, deep down into the earth, through every crack and fissure. Deep into the rock, deep into the core of the earth, and we feel firmly grounded to Mother Earth. And now, we're going to protect ourselves, because when we travel in the spirit world, we need to be protected, to make sure we are only communicating at the highest and purest level, to make sure that we're not letting in unwanted, malevolent, or mischievous spirits. And so I would like you to imagine wrapping yourself in a cloak. It's a cloak of protection. This cloak protects you from all malevolent or mischievous spirits. Imagine it is Teflon coated so that it provides robust protection at all times. This cloak is around you at all times, especially when you're communicating at spirit level. Now, when you feel ready, imagine you're standing on a beautiful pathway surrounded by trees, flowers, and grass. Feel the cool earth under your feet and the warm sun shining down on your body. The air smells fresh and clear. You're feeling very relaxed and safe. As you begin to walk down this path, you see it leads to a round building built from area stones. Look closely at the stones. Study their shapes. No one stone is alike. You then look to the right and you see a door. You walk over and open the door. The room you see is full of books from top to bottom. Those books contain the life stories of every person on earth. In the middle of that room is a round table with a wooden box on it. You walk over and open the box. Inside, you find a piece of paper with something written on it. Focus on the writing. And I'll give you a couple minutes to focus. When you're done, you put the paper back in the box and close the lid. You then thank your spirit guide for allowing you to read the paper. You then open the door and go outside and begin walking on the path once again. As you move forward, you see yourself sitting in your chair. You re-enter your body. Now, when you're ready to come out of meditation, begin to make small movements, like wiggling your fingers and toes. You may want to stretch your arms overhead, as if you were just waking up from sleep. You slowly open your eyes. You roll over to one side, if you were laying down. When you're ready, sit up and consider making a note of this experience. Now, since I don't know, what you guys are doing, I can't see because you're not like on the screen with me. I'm hoping that you were able to see something with that you were able to visualize and see something. That's what I'm hoping. Click on this real quick. Yeah, we're fine. So I'm hoping that you saw something with that. So that's a message. That's a message for you from this. I hate glasses. That's a message for you from the spirit plane. It's a message for you from your spirit guides. So I hope you got a message. It was pretty cool. I had one girl, some woman a couple weeks ago, see hieroglyphic writing in hers. But that's a long story about how that occurred. So hopefully you saw something. I don't know if you did, but if you did, great. If you didn't, you might have to do it again. So sometimes it takes a couple of tries to get in there and open yourself up enough, to get in that mode. Okay, now that we did that, there's another one. Excellent. Excellent, Taurus. You're doing really good. The roots are holding your legs. Excellent. That's good. You're grounded. You're grounded very well. Now you just need to practice your visualization to open up to move into that extra spirit realm. Would you guys like to do that one again? Because otherwise, I will move on to the spirit object. You guys want to try it again? I'm looking at the chat room. Let's do it one more time, because sometimes the second time's the charm. Sometimes you don't get in there on the first try. Like I said, it takes practice. So let's go ahead and we'll run that one again. We've got extra time here. Where is it? Spirit. Why are there only 3 up? Let me pull it. Oh, did I skip out of it? I think I closed it. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead to spirit object. And I think I closed the other one off. I'm sorry. I clicked it off. All right, we're going to go again. We're going to go visit the spirit library again. We're going to make the same walk we just did. And let me get up here. Let me get back on screen. I'm doing like multitasking. So, yeah, I closed it off. But that doesn't matter. That's okay. That's okay. Because what we can do is, yeah, we're going to go to spirit object. All right, Jerry. Yeah, we're going to spirit object. I'm going to guide you into that library again. And, well, there's going to be something sitting on the table for you. I don't know if it's going to be in the box or on the table. And I'll go ahead and guide it through. And, again, get yourself in a comfortable position, comfortable place. After these things, too, you might want to, stretch your neck and stretch things afterwards, too, as well. Okay? Here we go. Let's go to the spirit. Yeah, we'll go to the spirit object. Sure I got the right one, because that would totally suck. Oh, okay, here we go. In this meditation, we're going to visit the spirit library again. Let's sit comfortably with our feet firmly on the ground and breathe deeply in and out. With each breath in, we're bringing source energy in through our crown chakra. With each breath out, we're relaxing any negative emotion. Any worries, any fears are being released on the outward breath. Our feet are firmly connected to the ground, and we can imagine roots going down into the soil. Deep down in the earth, through every crack and fissure, deep down into the rock, deep into the core of the earth, and we feel firmly grounded to Mother Earth. And now, we're going to protect ourselves because when we travel to the spirit world, we need to be protected. And that's to make sure that we are only communicating at its highest and purest level. To make sure that we're not letting in unwanted, malevolent, or mischievous spirits. And so I would like you to imagine wrapping yourself in a cloak of protection. This cloak protects you from all malevolent or mischievous spirits. Imagine it's Teflon coated, so that it provides robust protection at all times. This cloak is around you at all times when you are communicating at spirit level. When you feel ready, imagine you're standing on a beautiful pathway surrounded by trees, flowers, and grass. Feel the cool earth under your feet and the warm sun shining down on your body. The air smells fresh and clear. You're feeling very relaxed and safe as you begin to walk down this path. You see it lands to a round building built from area stones. Look closely at the stones. Study their shapes. No one stone is alike. You then look to the right and you see a door. You walk over and open that door. The room you see is full of books from top to bottom. These books contain the life stories of every person on Earth. In the middle of the room is a round table and a wooden box on it. You walk over and open that box. Inside, you find an object. Pick the object up and look at it. Study it. Make note of its color, texture, and shape. Now I'll give you a few minutes to do that. When you're done, you put it back in the box and close the lid. You then thank your spirit guide for allowing you to see the object. You walk over, you open the door, go outside, and begin walking on the path once again. As you move forward, see yourself sitting in that chair. You re-enter your body. When you're ready to come out of meditation, open your eyes, begin to make small movements, like wiggling your fingers and toes. Stretch. Okay, you want to stretch your arms overhead. Maybe stretch your neck around, move your head back and forth. And it's just, as if you were just waking up from sleep. And then, like it says here, slowly open your eyes. I usually open them right at the very end. And roll to one side if you're laying down. When you're ready, sit up and consider making notes on what you saw. So like I said, you might do it today, you may not do it today. It takes practice to do this stuff. But it gets really fun when you can go in and see your object and see what's in the spirit library. Those are really easy medications. Those are really easy meditations to follow, guided. I use them all the time. And what I've just taught you with those meditations is how to open and close that door. Okay, so nothing negative comes through. I've just taught you that. So with practice, you can get really good at it. Okay? Since I can't see you, I can see Jerry and Marisa, I can't see anybody else. Since I can't see you, I'm just going to figure that you played along and did this today. So what I was going to do, since we have around 12 minutes left, I'm going to take you through a non-spirit library connected medication. I keep saying medication. See, my mind is thinking about my meds. See, I told you, I go a mile a minute, I told you. I'm going to take you through another one. Only this one is going to be for health purposes. And remember at the beginning of the show, I was talking about how meditation can benefit your mind, soul, and well-being and all that. There are meditations, just like we did. We went for the spirit object. We went for the spirit message. There's meditations that are that are dedicated. What is wrong with me tonight? That are dedicated to your health issues, whether it's mental or whatever. So the one I want to do, and let's see if it comes up, because I had it up, it was ready to go. Doesn't mean it's there. Ah, there it is. We're going to do the heart chakra medication. See, I did it again, didn't I? What is it with me in medication night? We're going to do the heart chakra meditation. That's because I'm thinking about some medication I want to have that I can't have. Okay, so what this does is a blocked heart chakra. Again, these are online. These somebody picked up online. So thank you for whoever did it. A blocked heart chakra is reflected in the people who you surround yourself with. Often you'll seek out toxic relationships and even push people away from you. Your heart chakra is closely associated with your ability to love and feel empathy. Physically, your heart chakra is situated near the heart, but it can manifest itself as problems with your immune system, the respiratory system, and your circulatory system also. So again, get a comfortable position. Okay? Get yourself in a comfortable position. And bring your attention to your breathing. Focus and visualize the air coming in and out of your lungs. Slowly expand your breath so that each time you take in a little more. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 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 Do 6 breaths like that to bring yourself down. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 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 As you do this, feel your body relax. Feel your limbs grow heavy and grounded as you breathe. And remember, put on that Teflon cape to protect you. You're surrounded with that Teflon cape. Nothing negative can get through. Okay? Now, visualize the ground and notice a ball of green energy at the very base of your spine. Emerald green. This ball is the most beautiful jewel you've ever seen. Like a child, you reach out your hand and gently wrap your fingers around this green ball. As slowly as you possibly can, begin dragging the ball up along your spine and towards your heart. This jewel is for your heart. As you rise up along the spine, repeat to yourself this affirmation. I do not take this jewel of jealousy, for I am generous. I do not take this jewel for myself because I'm loved. I take this jewel for my family and friends, because it will delight them as it delights me. I am loved, and the jewel proves it. Now, we're going to repeat this, okay? And each time, take the jewel a little higher along your body until you reach the heart. So repeat with me, if you can. I do not take this jewel out of jealousy, for I'm generous. I do not take this jewel for myself because I'm loved. I take this jewel for my family and friends because it will delight them as it delights me. I'm loved, and the jewel proves it. I do not take this jewel out of jealousy, for I'm generous. I do not take this jewel for myself because I am loved. I take this jewel for my family and friends because it will delight them as it delights me. I am loved, and this jewel proves it. I do not take this jewel out of jealousy, for I am generous. I do not take this jewel for myself, because I am loved. I take this jewel for my family and friends, because it will delight them as it delights me. I am loved, and this jewel proves it. When the jewel has reached your heart, bring your focus back to your breath. With each breath, see the jewel grow a little bigger. With each exhale, watch it become a little brighter. You're growing this jewel so that everyone in your life can have a little. Your friends, your family, everyone. Keep breathing in and out and watch the jewel expand. When you're ready to come out of meditation, begin to make small movements. Again, like wiggling your fingers and toes. You may want to stretch your arms overhead as you're just waking up from sleep. Slowly open your eyes and roll to one side as if you were laying down. When you're ready, sit up and consider journaling your experience. Oops. Go back. Okay. One click too many. Let's see. Okay. Okay, well, that's just a little taste of meditation. My eyes are all blurry. What is up with that? Ugh, okay. Wow, okay. That's really weird. Because I have those glasses. The glasses really help me see close, I can say that. Anyway, that's a little taste of what meditation can do. And if you're interested at all in, continuing with that, and I know this is kind of like a sales pitch. It's not quite like a sales pitch. Meditation takes practice, and the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. I mean, tonight you may have just kind of done it and then kind of worked and it didn't work like G Torres. If you felt, they felt like their feet were rooted to the ground. You got really grounded. And that's in a good way. Not like, you're grounded. Not like that. But that's how meditation feels, and it takes practice. If you sat down for even 5 minutes a day and practice just getting yourself into that meditative state, it would help a great deal. But again, this one was used for your heart. This was also used, for your, not only was it used for that, relationships and all that, it was used to help with your stomach and your circulatory system and all that. So a lot of them are twofold like that. And so this is what I decided to do 3 to 4 days a week for people, is to go through a guided meditation with them. And it would be quiet time. If you can't make it that particular night or that particular afternoon, I'll have a recording of the session and you can practice. But if you're interested in anything like that, let me know here, or shoot me an email, or just head over to the California Haunts Paranormal Investigation Team Meetup. And you can sign up over there under events. It's guided monthly meditation, but it's 3 or 4 times a week. And if, like I said, if everything goes well, I'll be doing it 5, 6, 7 times a week because I like doing it. I love meditation. And we start out at 5-minute meditations, and we build up all the way to 30 minutes. We're going to turn you into Luke Skywalker. I'm not here to... I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit here and turn you into Luke Skywalker, okay, where you're sitting there floating in the air and all that. You might if you get that good. I can't float in the air. I fall like a rock. But meditation is good for you. And if you have some kind of health issue going on, it really helps. You might see improvement in your health, but up here is where you're going to improve. It'll cleanse things for you, so you're not so stressed out. So again, if it's something that you're interested in, come on over to the meetup, sign up over there. And I'm about to do one tonight after this class at 7:45. I'll be doing one. But yeah, so if that seems like something you're interested in, and please don't get upset because I'm hawking it. I think no matter what meditation is beneficial, that's why I want to do what I call this meditation club. I have 10 spots available only in this club because I do it through StreamYard. So if it's something you might be interested in, come on over there and sign up. And we can get you started. But meditation is very, very beneficial for people. And if you, like I said, Google it and find out. Just say meditation for health and see what comes up. The scientists, and the doctors that there's actually whole articles from the Mayo Clinic about it, about how beneficial it is for people. You can't be wrong with the Mayo Clinic, right? Okay, that being said, tomorrow night is going to be a fun night. Karen Clark and I are going to be here, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, and it'll be the first ever show that we do. I don't even have a name for the show that we're going to be doing. No clue. It's that new. So it's the first ever time we're going to do this online. Now, I worked with Nancy previously doing this stuff out in the field, and Karen's done a couple for us out in the field like this. So this is going to be new. So you're going to get a glimpse into a new show. That's going to be launching soon. And that's what we're doing tomorrow night. It's going to be an interesting weekend. Like I said, Thursday, because in behind the meditation I have to do tonight, that I'm doing tonight, I'm going to be going under. I'm going to be hypnotized by Nancy to see if I can figure out if I was abducted by aliens or not, like 8 years ago. So we're going to find out tonight too. Who knows, right? So that result, good or bad, is going to be on Thursday. Okay, just to let you guys know. But tomorrow we'll be here live. Karen and I will be here live. And Karen is going to do a cold read, and I'm going to tell her ahead of time, it's a haunted building. But it's going to be a cold read on this haunted building. She's never been there. She has no information on it at all until I give her the photo of the front of the building. Then away we go. So, yeah, be here tomorrow. I would love to see you all. I'm not going to order you to be here. It's not my gig. I would love for you all to come tomorrow and see how Karen does on her first show. Okay? This is Karen's first outing. I'm not saying outing, because we've done other shows, but as a psychic, as a psychic and medium, this is Karen's first outing doing that stuff on her own online. So it should be an interesting show. And again, I want to thank the sources for those meditations. I don't remember, like the first batch with this, I just clicked myself off again. The first batch with the Spirit Library, I do not remember for the life of me who wrote them or where they came from. And I want to thank, just put it out there that I'm thanking whoever did it. I have it right here. It's a place where I can buy things too. I'll get you the links to these. If you join my class, I'll get you the links to all these, these meditations. They're all over the place. But yeah, I don't have the name on there. So I want to thank whoever put those out there for meditation. So again, I will see you tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. And if you liked the show today, go ahead and give me a thumbs up or a smile. I know it's different from what we've been doing in the past, show-wise. But give me a thumbs up and a smiley face or affirmation, as they say, that you like the show, especially if you're watching on Facebook. And if you like what you heard in Saturday night on Facebook, share it with other people. And please follow me if you haven't done so already. Just like YouTube. I've got 700 and some change on videos on YouTube, and there's all kinds of topics over there. Or over here, I'll see here because we're on YouTube right now. So check them all out. And also, give me a thumbs up on YouTube and stuff, because that helps. And if you haven't subscribed already, do that, because we're trying to build up to that 1,000 to monetize, so I can start not worrying so much about keeping the show on the air. Because that's all I do. I worry about keeping the show on the air. It's all expense. And there's a ticker at the bottom, so I haven't done that in a while. If you feel like you want to donate a little bit to the show to keep me going here on the air, it all goes back into the show. It doesn't go to me. So if you feel in your heart that you want to do that, please do. I'd really appreciate it. It'd be greatly appreciated. And you can do that at paypal.me/California Haunts. or Venmo. Just go into Venmo and type in California Haunts. That's all. You know, I'm just trying to make ends meet. Just like teaching classes and all that stuff on the side. Just trying to make ends meet. Okay. All right. So I'll leave you guys now. And again, you know, if you want to do a meditation, and you're not starting to do them every night, like I said, right now I'm doing them Saturday, Tuesday, and Thursdays. So you get time off in between. And like I said, if people are more interested in them and they get into it, we're going to do more days a week. So, yeah, it all works out that way. I will see you guys tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, with Karen Clark, medium Karen Clark, and yeah, we're kind of, even though it's this show, we're going to kind of see how it goes to launch the new show. That's what we've been working on, and we're going to be over at TikTok, not only doing that show with, well, it'll probably launch on here too. I mean, obviously. Okay, I just don't want to exclude you guys out if it turns out all right. So, you know, we'll be launching that show, and then Karen and I are going to be doing stuff on TikTok together as well. So we're going to be building up the TikTok presence for the team. Okay? Okay, I will see you guys tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. And again, thank you to the people that wrote those meditations. I so appreciate it. Have a great one, and I hope you all have a great evening. And you might even want to, you know, after I'm off the air, maybe you might want to sit down when it's quiet tonight, when all the family goes to bed or whatever, and maybe try the meditations. And you don't even have to really have a guide to do it now, because we've already done this on the air. You know, all you really have to do is sit quiet and just let your thoughts think of a beach or something and put yourself there to calm you down. Okay? Because that's how you can deal with stress. A really easy way to deal with stress. Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great evening.